Alright, so what's going on? So this video is about a serious topic that's been going on for a while. I was on Snapchat the other day and I seen it, and so I'm going to talk about it today. And it's about depression and suicide. Now, there's a lot of signs that you could tell by somebody who's depressed. Some people who are depressed, they tend to also commit suicide. It's very nerve-wracking to hear a story that, and within a week, 3 people have already committed suicide. I mean, the week had it ended before they did it, and 3 people are gone from this world. And so I figured, why not talk about these situations? Like, if you're depressed, you need to talk to somebody. Find somebody that you can confide in and tell them your story. Find somebody who will listen, and so you don't have to take it to the next level, which is suicide. I tend to be a happy person, a positive person, and to see that like on Snapchat, and they were young too, like young people committing suicide. And I can admit that sometimes I struggle with depression as well, because I lost a lot of people, and so I know that feeling of like just being down and depressed. But I'm telling you now that you don't have to face this alone. Like, we're all in this together, no matter what. I know there's a lot of shit going on in the world, but it doesn't need to be taken to suicide. So this is my take on it. Like, if you need somebody to talk to, you need somebody to inspire you to like, how can I say this? If you need somebody, if you need me, if you need to talk to me, you can talk to me, confide in me, and I'll try to help you through the situation. I try to give you advice, because I might have the same problems you're having. Or even if you don't want to talk, just say one word, and I'll try to help you with it. But you don't have to face what you're dealing with alone. A lot of people tend to bottle it up by putting on a facade, always being a happy person, but then when they're behind closed doors, they're really sad and depressed, and they always think about suicide. So this is why I titled this video 1-800-HELP, is because a lot of people, they want to cry out for help, but they can't. They want to cry out for help but they're scared. They're scared they're going to be judged. People are going to call them names or think they're crazy or whatever. But in the midst of all that, you gotta talk about it. You gotta deal with the situations you're going through. So, like I said, if you need to talk to me, you can talk to me. I mean, I suffer with depression sometimes too, where I don't want to do anything. I just want to sleep all day. I don't want to be bothered and stuff like that. So I can understand what you're dealing with. And just because I dress or I act a certain way when I'm around my friends, nobody knows what goes on behind closed doors. And so what that means is somebody could be really, really happy one minute, and then people would call that bipolar, but it's not. You're happy one minute, and then you're sad the next. It's because what you do with certain people, and then what you do at home is 2 different separate things. You don't act the same way you do at home with your friends, because it's a different lifestyle when you're at home. So I hope you guys love my opinion on it. What I was saying is that basically, let's talk about it more. Situations like these need to be talked about more, and I figured, why not talk about it? I mean, it's a problem in America. People don't want to talk about it. People want to put on different stories, talk about Donald Trump. Nobody really wants to talk about the real issues and the real problems that are going on with teens, young teens, even older adults are suffering with depression too. And depression can cause a lot of problems in the world. It's already starting to be a problem. So if you guys don't find my view like good, or oh, you don't know anything, you don't suffer with anything, you might be right, but it's not going to stop me from giving my opinion on the matter and on the issue of what's going on. So if my opinion doesn't matter, don't even watch this video. If you do want to hear my take on it, you just heard it. people can easily just, like I said, they put on a facade. They pretend to be happy, and they act happy, and then some people they tend. It's called losing their smile, basically. And losing your smile means that things that brought you joy before doesn't bring you any happiness and doesn't bring you anything but sadness. You don't feel anything. Stuff like say, for instance, if I was depressed and skateboarding brings me joy and I start skating again, it wouldn't bring me any joy anymore. I wouldn't be happy doing it. But that's called losing your smile. I lost my smile for whatever I'm doing. And some people tend to do that. They lose their smile for whatever they're doing. And people want a big house, big cars, big everything, fancy everything. But nobody's going to really be happy after the fact that they have it, because then they realize they got to pay all this stuff and realize it's not worth it at all. So while you're buying big cars and mansions and stuff, I want to be talking to people that need their voice to be heard with depression and suicide. Like, I want to study the mind. I actually do now want to study the mind to find out why people do what they do, and how can we, as adolescents, adults, wherever you are, how can we as people help other people with their problems and prevent this from happening? Like, how do we stop the cycle? You want to stop the cycle from continuing, but you don't want to talk about it. So I ask you this: what can we do to stop this?
How do I